I wanted to bring on Sufism a little later on the episode. I'm so glad you brought it on early, sir. I know it's something you consciously think about. We hear it in your music as well with Kun Faya Kun or Khwaja Mere Khwaja. There's elements of it. But on a personal level, as a man, what has it changed in you, especially when you were growing up, seeing your mum? Were there some learnings from that path that you've applied to your own mind and then you saw changes?
I personally was an introvert, and so the mind is the result of. I mean, the mind does all these things to you. You're feeling, and then that if the mind gets refreshed, the mind takes a larger purpose in life, then you see many things manifesting. You know, your actions manifest beautiful things. And if you, the most strongest man, if you have a small mind, vice versa, the opposite happens. So I'm here, a very small person, timid, low self-esteem, inferiority complex. When the mind became empowered, the mind was seeing bigger things. Under that shadow of that spirituality, everything reflected in my life. The decisions I took and the confidence with every step, it was about praying and wishing that it'll go well for either for me, for other people. And it was everything was a risky step. Nothing was a safe step in it. So whether doing the music or doing, when people recorded in bigger studios, me having the smaller studio and feeling that, we can do this will do well, and or using new singers, or even finishing, after 10 years of working here, going to throwing all the stuff, prime time, music direction stuff, and going to Andrew Lloyd Webber in the UK and thinking that this is what my mind wants and this is what I need to evolve into. And doing Bombay Dreams as a musical stage, not just for myself, as a statement for Indians abroad, so that we have an Indian show, the help of Shekhar Kapoor and Andrew Lloyd Webber, of course, that time. Yeah.
I saw the chat you had with my brother Yashraj Mukhate. You spoke about meditation. You briefly mentioned it. So I personally want to dive deep into that question. So I'm a meditator as well. And because I'm a creative professional, I've seen the power it's given me for the creative side of things. You get your ideas, you get your perspectives, you get your sense of calm. So for you, sir, what is the meditation you practice and what has it given you over the years?
The meditation I practice is actually the ultimate meditation is to see yourself mingling with the sublime, and the process of refining more and more. Like they say, there's 70,000 screens between you and God, and each screen is removed by your actions. Your action of becoming humble, your action of killing your ego, your action of not eating too much, your action of refraining from illegal activities, your action of fighting your lust, your action of not being greedy, your action of being empathetic, your action of being good to your family, being, paying your respects to your mother, paying respects to your teacher, paying respects to anybody who's doing good and not harming them. And each screen goes off, and then you finally mingle with your divine. And so these are the formulas which every book talks about. Every messenger talks about this. Every book talks about, and so it's pretty clear. And then it's important that every person gets access to this knowledge, so that they can also experience the full human potential and excel themselves.
But do you sit in any form of meditation, sir? Like, do you take 20 minutes out where you close your eyes? Do you do some kind of chanting?
I meditate in the lift.
Breathing?
Sometimes when I'm going in the lift, I'm meditating. Let me, my assistant, sir. Okay, come, let's go.
Okay, I hear you. Okay. Satyam Pandey asks, do you take any pressure about being A.R. Rahman at this stage? You have to live up to your past.
No.
How do you ever think of that, sir? Like,
No,
do you
I
think
just,
of what's behind you?
I feel like I just pray, and I feel like whatever's good for me, I leave it to God. I pray a lot. And so that way your burden actually is taken by somebody else. You become just an instrument.
Yeah, that's the meaning of spiritual growth. So taking all your burdens, giving it to that energy, that universe, that God, and saying, "It's not my burden. You take me
Yeah,
through it."
exactly.
Which brings me to the final question I have for you on a personal level. Always wanted to ask you this. So, what is your view on God? Everyone has their own image of it. You know, what is your how would you tell your children about it? If you were telling them the first time about God, what would you tell them?
There's a beautiful story of Rumi. Says that, do you know why the bamboo, the flute cries? Because it's been cut off from its source. And so we all of us are, that whole thirst of meeting the source is always within us. And so we temporarily meet that source while you're praying. We temporarily meet that source when you're glorifying it. We temporarily meet that when we're recognizing it, whenever we're uttering the names, uttering the qualities of God. So that way we're connected, and we're also getting the support of that. And so this connection and remembrance is what life about for me, the glorification of somebody eternal, and we are a piece of that blessing.